loves you as you are, but does not expect you to remain the way you are. The rich and the poor meet together. The Lord is the maker. So your success, I'm trying to awaken responsibility. Winston Churchill said, responsibility is the price of greatness. Every man that must be great must understand you must not abdicate responsibility. You must not just live because Africans or most people around the world think that it's about God. No matter the divine protection and longevity God has promised you, sir, you must drive safely. No matter the longevity God has promised you, you can't see a naked wire and put your hand there. No matter the longevity God has promised you, you can't consciously drink poison and not be a victim of death. Am I talking to somebody here? So he said, you shall make your way. So we are getting to see what are the elements and the triggers that need to be adopted if success must be announced. What are the elements and the factors that need to be? Number one, character. No success without character. Character. No success without character. Your character is the prophecy of your destiny. Your character is the prophecy of your future. Your character. Character begins with habits. It is habit continuous that becomes character. And your habits determines your habitat. You did biology, you know what habitats are. Your habits determine how you live, so you end. You cannot become an armed robber tomorrow if you are not a thief today. No drunkenness began with a bottle, it began with a drop. When habits are not controlled, it becomes bad character. Character is the prophecy of your future. You cannot behave it and not become it. Yeah. I have a prophecy on my head. There's a prophecy over me, and you are going to club. There's a prophecy over me, and you are going to bar. There's a prophecy over me, and you are taking Indian hemp. There's a prophecy. Sir, you don't need scriptures to we don't need scriptures to even tell you these things are wrong. Biology tells you. Somebody asked me a question and said, is smoking a sin? And I asked him a question, is smoking healthy? He said, no. I said, okay. He said, answer me straight, as I just did. And I asked him a question. Is there anywhere in scripture that says you should not stand in front of a trailer? There's nowhere in the Bible, show me, that says don't stand in front of a truck. How many of you know standing in front of a truck is not a sin? Oh, you don't know? Why are you laughing? You don't know? Is it a sin to stand in front of a truck? In fact, the Bible says anywhere the sole of your feet shall tread upon. So you possess the road. But after the truck pass, and you are still standing. I wish I'm talking to somebody right now. He asked me that question because when America it was cold and I saw somebody smoking. I said, why are they smoking? He said, because of the weather. And he was trying to explain everything. And I said, what happened to hot tea? What happened to coffee? What happened to what? I said, no. Show me somewhere in the Bible. And I said to him, I saw a truck. I said, stand in front of that truck. Is it a sin? He said, no, now somebody will die. I said, God gave you brains so you can rest. God gave you brains so you can rest. 1 Corinthians 10:23. All things are lawful, but not all things are expedient. There are things that don't look wrong, but they are not right. I wish I'm talking to someone. You must understand character is the prophecy. Sir, it doesn't matter how loaded and gifted you are. Samson was graced. In fact, something happened. I saw a rabbi leader who was showing me pictures. He said he listens to my messages a lot. So he laughs a lot and he picks a lot of things that most things I say, I just research. But he's a rabbi. And he knows most of the things I'm saying are extremely correct. So he was showing me pictures of near look-alike of most of our fathers, our patriarchs. He showed me Abraham. If he will show me some pictures, I say, what do you think this is? I said, this is Abraham. Because I see lots of beards, I see him quite elderly, all he has gone white. In fact, the picture of Jesus that you people post is not even the picture of Jesus. It's not even close. There's a closer resemblance, and I've showed you that picture before. There's a closer resemblance to the picture of Jesus. It's not all of those things. That one you saw is an actor. It's an actor. It's an actor. That's not Jesus at all. The closest resemblance of Jesus, I've told them to pull up the picture before. It's dark skin. It's caramel. It's not even white. It's caramel. It's not even white. Are you following what I'm talking about? That's the closest. The media could search for that and put it up. That's the closest look-alike. So he was bringing pictures. I saw it. I said, this is Abraham. He brought one very brief from what I know about what Paul was saying. I said, this is Paul. He said, how did you get it? Then he brought one very skinny, very tiny. I said, this is Zacchaeus. He said, no, this is Samson. He said, do you know why I showed you this? He said, because you have preached, I've heard you minister, that if Samson was muscular, people would not have wondered where his strength came from. He said, so I'm trying to buttress what you say, because you say this is by revelation, but this is the picture of Samson. So when he showed me that, he said, I listen to you, I write things till I'll meet you. We finally met. And it tells me a lot. That's why I laugh at most people who are preaching this Christocentric message. You have preached it, and I know there's something wrong with it. Because he waters down prayer. And prayer is what helps you to know God. Prayer is what helps you to know God. Intimacy helps you to know God. That's the closest resemblance. You are surprised? That's the closest resemblance of the picture of Christ. Closest. Take it. I'm not saying that's Jesus, so I'm talking of people who lived at the time. There were no photos taken, but those who lived at the time, those who met patriarchs like Peter and James, and those who lived, and they got description of how did this man look like? They described that as a caramel, not even light. That's part of what the Western world wants to do to us, to make us believe, water down, and bring all of that, make us. Have you seen a black doll baby before? White. It's a Western projection. Now, why are you looking at me like that? Okay, look at this. Samson was graced and gifted, but Samson had a character problem. Are you aware? A prophecy came upon the head of David. If a prophecy looked for David was not at home, prophecy looked for him. David was in the farm, prophecy found him. Prophet waited for him. The prophet said, I will not sit down until he comes. I go nowhere till this man comes. So he got a prophecy as a VIP. But in 1 Samuel 18 verse 4, he said, and David 14, and David behaved himself wisely. 1 Samuel 18 verse 15, and David behaved himself very wisely. 1 Samuel 18 verse 30, and David behaved himself more wisely. I have a prophecy, that's why I should be careful. I have a prophecy, that's why I should behave myself. In other words, his prophecy was not a license for misbehavior. His prophecy was not a lie. Are you aware? God can say, this is your husband, this is your wife. But because you don't handle them well, you end up in divorce. Not because God has not spoken. It's God that spoke. And you didn't behave yourself wisely. At the end, is it God that actually said? It is God. But you were careless. As prophecy hits your head, that's why you should be more careful. People think grace is a license to rascality. Grace is a license to misbehavior. No, you must understand the place of character. Somebody shout character. Shout again. Shout again. You cannot have the character of a slave and end up in the palace. You cannot have the character of a servant and end up a master. Character is prioritizing right doing. Character is upholding integrity. Character is understanding restriction. The temptation you are contemplating also appears to somebody else. Sir, the temptation you are contemplating now, somebody else is facing that temptation. But he's saying no because of restriction. If you can't set boundaries, you stay under bondage. If you don't understand the place of boundaries, you remain in bondage. You must understand the laws of restriction to operate in soundness of character. You must understand the laws of restriction. You must understand that you must put boundaries around yourself. When you set boundaries, people may not be happy, but over time they get used to it. Oh, nobody's following me. I know a man of God who does not, his phone is never on till 12 o'clock. He's praying, he's worshiping, he does vigil all the time, so he must sleep. He told me that science tells you 8 hours complete. You must sleep 8 hours. All right? So after vigil, he must complete his 8 hours sleep. I said to him, what if your members have problem? He says, it's not better that I don't have problem. And guess what he did? He said, because they are now used to it, no matter the problem must wait till after 12. People may not be angry when you set boundaries, but over time, they get used to it. So you must understand that character is the foundation of destiny. When character is corrupted, even prophecy is disrupted. When you corrupt character, you disrupt prophecy. No matter what God has said about you, it becomes faulted by your lack of character. Lack of character kills boldness and capacity, because a competent man is a confident man. Character. 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 Am I speaking to someone here? Character. Character. Esau. We saw, you see, your value for spirituality is what intensifies your character. Esau had no value for spiritual things. There are people without character. God has brought things their way, but no, their bad character will not let it. I can lay hands on you, prophesy on you back to back, but when your mouth is sharper than your brain as a woman, you can't keep your home. When your mouth is sharper than your brain as a woman, do you know what men go through? Do you know what men go through? Many of you are children. You can celebrate your mother, which is good, but if not for your father, you will not have a cloth on your back. If not for your father, there are things that may not happen in your life. Men go through a lot. All they deserve for you is the right word. The man can't go through all he has gone through, and he comes back home. Your mouth is sharper than your brain. If you think through, you will speak less. Everything that must come out of your mouth should first pass through your mind. This statement, process it before you. There's no woman that tames her mouth that will not have a successful home. That knows that you don't react based on emotion. You react based on your connection. When you understand that, you have a successful home. When you lack character, no prophecy will work. No amount of prayer will be effective. Because character, when character is corrupted, prophecy is disrupted. Am I talking to somebody here? Am I talking to someone here? Character. Character. You must understand the law of restrictions. This thing looks good, but I can't do it. Understand the law of restriction. Understand there is repercussions. Whatever you do today, there's a repercussion. There's a repercussion. It helps to build. Now, character is a choice. Character is a choice. Daniel chapter 1 verse 8. And Daniel proposed in his heart that he will not defile himself with the king's meat. Others ate it. Others were having a good time. Others were having fun with it. But Daniel, it is you making a decision to say, I will not drink. I will not taste alcohol. No, I will not do this. No, I will not do that. No, I will not bend. Sir, there are people today I have seen. They were in Nigeria. They don't wear earrings. They were in Nigeria. They tied their hair. Now they have been in America for 10 years. They still tie their hair. They still don't wear earrings because character is a choice. Now, I'm not advocating for earrings and all that. I'm just giving you. You understand what I'm saying now? They make up their mind. Character. Character, listen to me. Character begins with decision. Decision, keenly followed, purposefully followed, becomes character. When you make a decision and you keenly follow it, you purposefully follow it. I've made a decision. I will not be out of church on a Sunday. I have had reasons, sir. I've had reasons to be out of church. I've had reasons to do a long journey. When I was going to Argentina, that was almost a 36-hour flight. But I had to come back here, minister, and leave. We came from a trip. Yesterday, I was in the wedding. From a wedding, we entered into free food. We had a meeting with some department. From there, I went to the studio and sang 2 songs, voiced into 2 songs that I just wrote. Finished, I'm here. I finished, I'm going to the US. Sir, because it's not that, he's so busy. No, you know what I did? Once you want to obtain character, you eliminate non-essentials. If you want to uphold character, you eliminate non-essentials. In microeconomics, opportunity cost is alternative forgone. When you have limited resources, you forgo many things. You are going to the market and your resources are limited. You forgo. Sir, you have limited time. Forgo waste. You have limited time in this life. Forgo unnecessary chats. That is why I don't have the luxury of time that people have, because my life is planned. My life is planned. So there are things I can't do. There are places I can't go because there is a structured life. That is character. When a decision is keenly, painstakingly followed over time, people now say, this is the character of this person. Are you following what I'm talking about? The character of this person is that he must be in church. Are you aware that your character begins with your spiritual work? What is character? Character means the pursuit of the fruit of the Spirit. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22. Character is the pursuit of the fruit of the Spirit. The pursuit of the fruit of the Spirit. When you are pursuit of love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance, against such there is no law. When all of this take full effect in your life, then we say you are character sound. Sir, it is choice that bets principle, and principle bets discipline. Choice bets principle. Principle bets discipline. Character is the full manifestation. Are you aware that your lifestyle determines your life store? You must be extremely careful on how you live a life of character. Am I talking to somebody here? There are people that will never pick your call at night. Are you aware? Never pick your call. They will never pick your call. It doesn't matter the emergency. They will not pick your call. It's a character. You have to live with it. Making decision. So what is your character? Are you aware? As you believe God for greatness, equally believe him and walk towards character. Because there is nothing as frustrating as when the day of greatness is frustrated by lack of character. Lack of character. There are people, somebody went, a young lady graduated from Uniben. Their house was by the airport. Most time I would go there, and I'm talking to the father. She'll be correcting my English. He said, no, sir. That is a past participle. You cannot mix that with an adjectival clause. Are you aware? She went to Ireland Embassy, and the woman was talking to her, and she was correcting. She corrected the woman's English. The brother said he was standing because it was a joint invitation. Corrected the woman. The woman didn't say anything. The woman said she should stay back in Nigeria and be correcting people and give the brother the visa. You cannot juxtapose a past participle with on an adjectival clause. I say, am I communicating here? What is in your character that you are hiding in the sand? Dig it out. Or an Egyptian will dig it out and use it against you. Ask Moses. Moses killed an Egyptian. He looked left, he looked right. Nobody was watching him. And he buried it in the sand. anything you bury in the sand, an Egyptian will dig it out. Do you know what it means? Oh God, I want to be global. Every Omega child is a global citizen. But sir, to be a global citizen, you must have a global character. Understand restrictions. Understand restrictions. Understand things that should not be done. Things that should not be said. It's not everything that comes to your heart you say. That is the law of greatness. You are restricted with words. There are things that come to your head, come to your heart. No. Papa, you said I want somebody to teach, somebody should not talk. What if the teach doing somebody to talk? Doing somebody to talk. So somebody will just be quiet. Even when something is in your mind, you cannot say the thing. Talk, no problem. Talk. The problem with me is that once something come, I don't hide. I speak my mind. No wonder year after year there's nothing to show. You are crying, Father Lord, the year is ending again. Very soon they'll be singing Felina Vida, Arara, Arara, Feli. And Felina Vida is coming, and my life is still the way it is. Am I communicating now? My life is still, why? Because your character is for. I can lay hands on your head now. I lay hands on you. I speak in capital letter tongues. I anoint you. No, I carry you, put this oil. I put oil on you. You now become like plantain chips, and you become like bakery, and nothing happens in your life because your character is frustrative of your destiny. I'm under grace. I'm under grace. You can't greet, so no helper. I'm under grace. I'm under grace. You are disrespectful, so no helper. Are you aware that somebody sitting by you may be the one to recommend you for a job? But character. One day, we were in a commercial flight, and a car came to pick us at the foot of the aircraft. And I sat down. I saw an elderly woman. 2 girls were sitting down. And they were doing video. These were people in their late 20s or so. And I saw the elderly man. So I stood up. He said, no, Papa. I said, no, Mommy, sit down. So I carried her bag. She sat down. And she was going. I said, where's your car? I waited till the car came. That woman should be almost in her 80s. And they were seated. Grandma was standing. And while she was leaving, she said, can I have your number? I said, Mommy, why? He said, just give me. She's late. She has gone to heaven now. She has gone to be with the Lord now. And she gave me the number. Not up to 30 minutes, somebody texted me. That was her first son. One of the most respected senior advocates of Nigeria in this country, who I actually respect. He called me. He said, Apostle, you are in town? I said, yes. He said, where are you putting up? I said, I'm traveling, but I'll be somewhere for a while. He said, I'm coming. He came. I was wondering why. He said, you helped my mother. You stood up, so my mom just said I should reach you. I should thank you, and I should be friends with you. He said, and I don't joke with my mom, so we are now friends. Now, while I was doing that, I was not aware. It was just a training. My father is seated here. He can tell you, my father cannot talk, and I talk. My mother cannot speak, and I speak. The only thing my father would tell me to do, which I will not do, is to send my wife away. No, I won't. That one, I won't obey you. And he will not say that. He knows there are things I am angry. You say, Apostle, don't do this. I say, yes, sir. Do that, yes, sir. It's a decision to obey him. That's why I say it begins with a decision. Rebellion is not an afterthought, it's a decision. When you see people rascally, it's because they choose to. Am I speaking to somebody here? When you decide to be sound, to be sane, a man is at home 8 p.m. Something is pushing him. Go out, go out, go out, go out. One voice tells him, there are kidnappers. He said, no, I'm under grace. I'm under grace. I'm under grace. Go out. I'm under grace. They are killing people. No, I've just been anointed. First Sunday of the month. I've been anointed. I've been anointed. I've been anointed. Stay back and stay with your wife. No, I must understand. At least that I'm married doesn't mean I'm in prison. Am I the only married man? Let me go outside. And the devil says, go out. God says there is food at home. He said, no. Even if I'm eating food, suya is not at home. Suya. It's a decision. The temptation your legs are shaking over, somebody else saw it and walked away. Decision. The temptation that you are seeing, you can't sleep. Somebody else saw that thing and walked away. Oh Lord. I wish I'm tell somebody, decide to behave wisely. There are pastors, I go around the world today. There are pastors that can't enter certain nations. They can't enter. You know why? Because they went to some of those nations and they duped people. So the people went to the embassy and reported. So they banned them. Because they are only conscious of today, not tomorrow. There are people that cannot do business and anybody hears about it. Why? Because of several people they have duped. So it raises up an alarm. I wish I'm communicating right now. Character is having the consciousness of repercussion. That anything you do today, there's a repercussion. Anything you do today, there's a repercussion. Anything you do today, there's a repercussion. Hallelujah. I say hallelujah. It's very important. When people are looking for faults around you, let them see faults that don't make sense. It's like one of the former presidential aspirants. He's a two-time governor. He ran for the presidency. And they have been attacking him. Guess what they are saying? He said this and he said this. It doesn't correlate. If that is the only thing you can pick for a two-time governor, you can't pick that he stole money. You can't pick he bought a house somewhere, which is the average character of an African politician. You can't pick that the man stacked money somewhere. All you are picking is that his words are inconsistent. All you are picking that his statement sounds untrue. That is what you are picking. Because you are looking for faults, and the faults you are picking have not been the regular character of an average Nigerian politician. We are not talking about a corruption practice now. We are talking about personal weaknesses and statements. Abba. Let's x-ray politicians in this country. And there are some people that have... Somebody stole money, Stole money, kept money in the house. And they were coming to come after the person. They set the money on fire. Am I talking to somebody here? Are you following what I'm talking about? All you could pick is that this thing is said and this one said does not correlate. There's no semblance between this statement and that statement. Then he has a pass mark if that's all you are picking in his character. You are not picking he stole money. You are not picking he took money somewhere. You are not picking he stacked. Come on now. When people are looking for faults around you, let it be opinions that don't make sense. Let it not be said, that one, hey, he's a thief. Look at receipt. Some people, the level of rascality, there's nothing they can say. Nothing. Nothing. Once I verse, they finish, but I go scatter ground. I will see what I want to say.